Hey, what is up, guys? Andy Davis here. I apologize so much for not being able to do a review in like so long. I haven't done any anime reviews or manga reviews or Power Ranger reviews for such a long time. I've been dealing with work and school. Now, I'm not in school, but I'm just still working and stuff, trying to go to school eventually. And I am also a part of a group on Facebook, which you all know is Digimon Fans United. I've just recently became an administrator on both the Facebook site, and I'm also a member of that channel on YouTube. So you're gonna be hearing me, my voice, and in some of the reviews from now on. We had changed the name of our YouTube channel to Otaku Sentai Digiranger. That's gonna be like our fan-made Power Rangers um, slash Sentai type series we're trying to and currently trying to make. Um, it's gonna involve Digimon and humans, being able to merge together to form a warrior, like how Power Rangers does it. It's like mixing Digimon with Power Rangers is basically what it is. Um, and also, I am also going to be able to like change a few things for my channel. Um, this coming year, it's gonna be like I know I told you before. I was gonna make some new content and stuff, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try really hard to try like update my my YouTube pages and stuff like that. Try to make it seem, make you guys want to watch it more. I gotta fix my camera. And also, I'm going to now finish my own review of Megaforce and what I've thought of it. I know I've done the episodes like the episodes one through like 11. I think I stopped at 11. I think or till 9 or whatever episode I ended it off at. But I'm going to just make this into like a full compact review, so that way I can without wasting time making one episode at a time. Because really, if you think about it, Megaforce, there is no real story behind it. It's just Power Rangers, just fight. It's more or less just fighting, and we get little character development from any of the Rangers except for maybe Robo Knight or maybe Noah or Emma. Like we only get character development for those three, and I think no, I don't think Jake really has any episodes. Neither is G or Troy, but like Troy is the center. He's the main ranger, but like we still don't know much about any of them. It's like they give us this summary of what their lives are and how they are and stuff like that, but that's completely different from what the show is showing us, and it's like, what the fuck? Are you kidding me? No. So on that tail, I will. This is my full review for Megaforce and totally. This will count as the final episode for my Megaforce reviews once I get started doing my Super Megaforce reviews that are coming soon. If you want to hear like a full group discussion of talking about Megaforce in general, then go down below and check our channel. It's called Nerdy Sentai Digi Ranger. It's on YouTube now. Check it out. You may like it, and get some more subscribers for that channel. Well, like them videos up, all that. Okay, so I know I discussed with the Power Rangers and stuff like that. They meet Gosei. They're teleported just like in the first episode, like in Mighty Morphin. Rangers get new powers. They morph. They fight evil. Blah 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 blah. Skips us about 10 episodes later. Robo Knight comes in. Blah blah blah. They fight mutants, as they said. They're actually demons. They're not mutants because how does a fucking demon eat people's dreams? I know. I mean, there's no such thing as a mutant that can eat dreams. I'm sorry. That is all about magic and being demonic. Okay, stop trying to make something that's not. Okay, they could have made them the demons. Okay, they could have been locked up in that little box of theirs. Freaking Rock could have found them, opened it up, and be like, bam, we're demons. We were sealed up by blah 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 blah. Whoever was the guardian during that time, or it was by Gosei. This could have been the perfect chance for Gosei to have actual villains that he knows, because he does not know who the War Star aliens are. He just happened to be up like, oh well, aliens are attacking. Better get some Rangers. Blah blah blah. And he knows nothing about. Zordon knew who Rita was. because Rita was responsible for him being trapped in that warp tube for all those years and stuff. I think, I'm not sure. I gotta keep back to my Ranger stuff because I know like he was in a time loop or something like that, and he had to be in his energy tube for the time after that. And also with that, they defeat the mutants with their new power ups. They get called the Ultra mode, which I don't know. Super is not more powerful than Ultra. Why didn't they just give them the Ultra powers in Ultra Megaforce? That would sound so much better than Super. Why Super is not stronger than Ultra? Okay, I'm done ranting about my review. I'm gonna do some more ranting, but I'm gonna be done doing that little ranting. Onward to the story, or what little of it was. With that, they defeat, Biggs and Bluefur, the two mutants leaders of that team. Varrock just happens to have like a mysterious freaking underwater laboratory in the middle of nowhere. Like it just like he must have been busy while freaking Malcor was off staring at stuff. And also he ends up in this cocoon. No, it's not similar to what happened in Lost Galaxy because he looks exactly the same. He has not changed whatsoever. Um, he gets a robot assistant named Metal Alice, and Metal Alice has got to be one of like the best villains in Megaforce up to date. Second is Messenger, but we'll talk about him later. So she only sends out like what, 2 robots? Like actually, technically, it'd be 5 robots because like there was the first robot they faced off against. Then it was Rico, which not even counts as a count as an actual villain because he ends up being nice and helping the Rangers out or whatever because his reprogramming was different from the others, and it was like, okay, so you have one robot which the Rangers have beaten once, then you upgrade it again and they beat it again, and you only had 2 robots so far. Well, actually, if you count those 3 that they fought against at the last episode, Endgame, then it'd be 5. But I don't count that. I count 2 robots in general. Like that was it. Then in the 3rd episode, she's introduced. Um, she fights Rangers on her own and has this ridiculous idea about saying that if you stall a train or something like that, then the humans will end up resenting each other or like creating chaos and all that bullshit. And I'm like, okay, we have other means of transportation. Just because you stall a train does not necessarily mean that it's gonna cause world chaos. Okay, it'll just stall. It'll just wait. People have to wait a little longer. Big fucking deal. Also, this is when they destroyed Mel Oz for the first time, but she eventually comes back because Varrock rebuilds her, and she acts as if nothing happened. But what's really ironic is that the Rangers thought they had destroyed her, but then they're thinking Mel Oz is still out there. They never knew Mel Oz came back until after Endgame started. So how would that make sense? No, not Endgame. The Messenger. How would they know that if what? No, I'm gonna keep going. Okay, so we're almost at the end of the series now. The Rangers have this fight against Malcor, the leader of the War Star aliens, and they fight against him without Robo Knight's help because in the Sentai version, Gosager, Robo Knight was not introduced at the time, so they couldn't rely on him, or they couldn't use footage for the Ultra mode. Though they could have actually have worked around that, saying that Valcor had done something to their signaling, so they can't use the Ultra mode, but they can only use their Ranger powers and their weapons. That's the only thing they can use. Everything else is just not working. Then they had no real plan against him. They just kept fighting him and didn't quit. And it was like, no, you have to have a strategy. You have to have ways of beating him. He has to have a weakness. They did not explore that whatsoever. They didn't demorph during the whole thing. That's the one thing I didn't stand. For one thing, they were more in most majority of the episodes of Power Rangers Megaforce. They would take so much damage, but don't demorph. But when they take a little bit of damage, they morph instantly, and they have to remorph again and again. I'm like, okay, they should not be having to morph so many damn times. Okay, there are at least two exceptions for you remorphing again. If you get beaten by the monster once, you demorph, retreat, come back, morph again, and try a different strategy or something like that. They did it for every season. This season should not be any different. But I blame the Gosager footage for that because they keep, because they had the Gosagers constantly in their morph state and not have them power down for like a certain period of time. That does not make sense to me. I just didn't like that. I was like, okay, just figure something out, work around that. Anyway, so they beat Varrock and they also beat Malcor by blasting both Malcor and Varrock into the ships, and they just blew up along with the ship. Melhouse finds Varrock almost near death, with his body, mangled up and almost destroyed. In the next episode, she rebuilds him. The Rangers have like this celebration because they thought they won. They defeated everybody, and it's like, no. I could see why they would celebrate because but then they had that one throwaway line they could have avoided using. What about Mel Alice? She's still around. No, you guys did not know she was still around, remember? Because you thought you destroyed her in that episode where you had to stop her from like destroying the train, tracks from blowing up. Remember? I don't get that. Okay, so we're basically at the second to last episode, which is called The Messenger, where Brock's brother sends this robot named The Messenger to to help defeat the Rangers, so that once the Rangers are destroyed, Messenger can go ahead and say, yo, boss, I got, they got rid of the Rangers, so you can come on over and take over and shit. That's what it is. So they did. So that's what, so they fought the Rangers and stuff. I like the Messenger, but he's only there for 2 episodes, so it's like, you can't really be like, oh, he's like the best villain, but he's not there for that long. Melhouse is there longer, but like she's not. This is that one episode I just didn't like her plan though. Just ridiculous. Anyway, so we have Varrock get damaged during his fight with the Rangers because he's reborn against a cyborg and he fights the Rangers like 3 times. They retreat. He retreats and he retreats 3 times during the whole one episode. And it's like, this is why I cannot like Megaforce. I can't really stand when Nick gets taking control over Aaron the Power Rangers because they only give them like 20 episodes per year. And then they have to like split them up into 2 different Power Rangers. One half is, the regular season, and the other half is the super season. I did not like that. We'll call this the Super Saban era. That's what I call it. Because they have a season where they have the regular show for like 20 episodes, and then they go over to Super, and they have 20 more episodes, or 22 if you count the holidays and shit like that. And then you have freaking, what's his name? The freaking, hiatuses and stuff. We had to wait like 2 months, like 2 or 3, like 2 months for like for like what, the 11th or 10th episode to air, and it's like, you gotta have these episodes to where that you can say like, okay, well, we're gonna, hold off airing more episodes. Like we'll and give people chance ahead of time, because if you just stop airing the episodes altogether, then people aren't gonna know about that. People should be like, well, hey guys, Megaforce is gonna take a short, quick break, but we'll be back to make more episodes soon. And in the meantime, check out some of the older episodes in case you forgot. It'd be like one of those cases where you can like catch up on episodes, and they could be like, we're re-airing a quick marathon, all 10 episodes, leading up to the next episode that's gonna come up in next month. Something like that. But no, we don't get that. We just get fucking, oh, no warnings for hiatus or nothing. Just, nope, we don't care. Um, so we're finally at the last episode of Megaforce for this season. It's called Endgame. We have, nothing really happens to the Rangers altogether. Like, not personally, it's just there. But I do like the ending of the episode. I will give you that. The ending of the episode is really good. So basically, we have Troy being all shirtless, like he's freaking that guy from the Twilight. You know what I'm talking about. He is shirtless, training with his sword or whatever. For the fangirls. Oh my God, he's shirtless, whatever. Um, and we totally see like Emma checking her out. You seen that? You know what I'm talking about. She was checking him out. Watch we stop this video. Rewatch that shit. You see her eyes going up and down. You're like, oh yeah, I'm checking it out. Watch it, and then come back. Anyway, afterwards, the Rangers they morph. Their little quick morph they always do. And they fight at least three of the first three robots they fought against in the Mel Alice arc, where they quickly take them out very quickly. They fight a bunch of loogies and destroy them all and stuff. And then they fight against Virak, and then Virak uses some type of like beam that like destroys the Rangers and Robo Knights morphers and stuff. Not destroy them, but like it makes them to where they don't work anymore. They're still in their morph forms, but using their weapons or their cars and stuff like that is not possible. And then we have Messenger come in and basically take care of the Rangers and stuff like that. Robo Knight's kind of weakened from using his, he's a robot. So like his power is more majorly go to, which is Morpher instead of just himself. And then the Rangers demorph. They can't morph now. This would have been a good setup for Super Megaforce because then they would have to get the morphers to come back and beat them, so that because they wouldn't have no powers and stuff because their morphers would be broken. And then we have Robo Knight. He comes in. He's using every last bit of energy that was left in that morpher of his to drain. He drains his own power to supply the Rangers with theirs. Their morphers are recharged and everything like that. They're working fine, and they morph again to Ultra mode. And they fight against Messenger and destroy him. They don't fully destroy him, but like his body's destroyed, but his head still remains. Now in the Sentai version, this was actually a plan for Virak's Sentai counterpart because he purposely gave Robo Knight's Morpher more energy so that he can drain the Messenger's counterpart because he was kind of a dick in that show because he would abuse his subordinates. Like he would just destroy, like just stomp on them like just because he was just pissed off because he didn't do what he said. And he was telling him like it was all part of my plan to begin with, and he just grabs the robot's head and just destroys it, and he shows Metal Alice too in that one. But in this one, he just basically Mester's warning him like if you're stuck here, then like they're gonna discover that well, basically what happens is that since you have the robotic upgrade, you turn to a cyborg. The Armada's not gonna recognize you because they're gonna think, oh, he's just one of one of those annoying monsters that tries to help. And then what ends up happening is that Mel Alice comes in and she's like, I want to, I'm going to destroy you guys, and you can take like 100. It'll take 100 Rangers, and you still wouldn't beat me. Foreshadowing, and just gets demolished by the Rangers quickly. Like one slash ends everything. And it's like, really, really. Anyway, afterwards, Mel Alice is saying her last final words to Virak before he just like, you know what, you failed me too many times. I'm just done with your ass, and he just lets her blow up for the second time, and she's gone for real this time. There's no her coming back. She's not coming back as Isarin from Gokaiger. She's not coming back as that. So that would have been a good plot twist though if she did. But sadly, no. Mel Alice is gone. She's not coming back. That's it. gone forever. Also, so Rock escapes, Robo Knight's gone missing, and the Rangers are kind of like, telling Gosei about what's going on. They're like, hey, they're saying, hey, Rock and Messenger have been destroyed. I mean, no, Rock, not Rock. Mel Alice and Messenger have been destroyed, but Rock escaped. And Gosei doesn't say anything for like a minute or so, and they're like, Gosei? And he's just telling Rangers, more, 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 damn it, more, more. And they just more quickly, and then like the Armada just shows up and they just destroy everything. Like you see the foot soldiers, which are called exports, by the way. They come in, they just destroy everything. Rangers are in the quarry, they're trying to escape and stuff like that. What Troy ends up doing is that he's basically saying like, I can't leave Robo Knight behind, because even though Robo Knight's like miles and miles away that way, where the fucking like ships and stuff are basically blasting them at, he's gonna go in that direction and just be an idiot and just go and get himself killed. And then we have to be continue at the bottom of the screen, and that's the end of Megaforce. And then but I admit that was a pretty good ending though. I did like that. It was similar to Chasing the Space, where the Rangers, they're fighting against this giant army and they can't stop it, and lives in a cliffhanger where they get new powers to face off against this new enemies and stuff. But overall, Megaforce is just not that good, though. I mean, I've seen worse series, but it just felt to me like it was just so dull. Like the first couple episodes I've seen of Megaforce, they were great. They could set up. The Rangers, had episodes dedicated to them where they can just they have flaws trying to get over, trying to get stronger, finding strategies to defeat their monsters and stuff. But now it's only basically Megaforce is only used to advertise their toys, which is why we keep getting Megazord after Megazord after Megazord after Megazord when they have too many Megazords and stuff like that to be using all together, and they get a freaking Megazord right before they had to fight against the main villain from the first freaking episode. Shame. And it's really interesting they didn't bother using all those freaking Zords to stop this Armada. I really do hope that they show this, because I remember in the Catcher series, the Rangers from the past Rangers from past seasons, they come and they try to help stop this Armada and stuff like that. Most of the Zords got destroyed. It's just them and their weapons and stuff like that. I hope they do feature that one part where one of their Zords, were destroyed. They used their Zords, but it had no effect. There were just too many of them. Similar to what happened to Zane's Mega Winger in Space, the finale. I really do hope that they figure out a way to destroy the old Zords, so that way they can go ahead and get out of the way and get the new Zords and stuff. I've seen a trailer for Super Megaforce, and apparently they don't really need to morph into the Goseiger suits to use the Gokaiger suits. They can just do both. They can be like, well, I want to morph into the Megaforce Ranger, but on some occasions they can just straight away to the Super Megaforce mode, and it's like, what's the point? Anyway, the only thing I know so far of Megaforce is that they are going to feature past Rangers. Not all Rangers will come back from each season. It's just going to be like quite a few. We're going to get like maybe about 3 or 4 tributes throughout the entire season, like 20 so episodes. We have a summary of those 20 episodes, only like 15 at least, or maybe I guess 16 if you count the Legendary Battle, which is like the last episode of Super Megaforce. It comes to the end. Not gonna be a lot of character development for the girl, for Gia and Emma, or mostly Gia, because she hardly has any character development, but yet she is the most the best Ranger aside from Jake, because I like Jake, and Noah's okay too, but sometimes like he doesn't act like a genius sometimes though, because I mean he does things where it's like you obviously know you're a smart guy. why they make you say this stupid line? You know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck? And I'm doing a lot of things with my hands because on my hands, I can tell what I want to say if I keep using my hands and stuff. My hands kind of, help me describe things better. But anyway, that's basically my review. My thoughts on the series altogether, it could have been better, but it wasn't. It was kind of dull and only used for advertising. Basically, this is basically the first time a Power Rangers has been filler since Turbo. And you could say Zeo too, because I mean, they didn't really destroy anybody in Zeo except for the Machine Empire, but they came back in its space, so now they weren't fully destroyed. They were just temporarily out of commission for a while. So it's like, what was really the point? But that's really all I have to say about Megaforce so far. Give me your thoughts on what you guys think. Leave comments and like this video. Subscribe to my the other page I was telling you about with Nerdy Sentai Digiranger. Check out those reviews. You also got Digimon reviews on there too. You like those. But yeah, just check him out. Really good stuff on there. You might like it. And also check out our Facebook page too. We have two. And if you guys want, you guys can, like, you want to join, then, just come, want to join the group, then you can, but like only as, something on Facebook or something like that. We can't really accept new people now until like, everybody agrees with it, because I'm the new guy here, so I can't really be like, oh, you can join, but like, you gotta, talk to these guys or whatever, because I can't really be, I have no authority whatsoever. But anyway, guys, peace, sayonara, have a wonderful weekend, may the power protect you. Peace.